Hi everyone, so in today's video I'm going to go through 12 products for the first 12 months. So basically that is what I think were the top 12 products that helped us out during Saskia's first year of life. So it was actually a lot harder than I thought to pick 12 because I had a lot of favourite products that helped me out and what I found really useful, but I picked 12, I've narrowed it down to 12 that I think spreads out throughout the whole year. So not just newborn, not just 1 year old, nearly 1 year old, not just 6 months. I think it's a good range of the year. So they're not in any particular order, they're just sort of what I'm going to pick up first. First thing, if you're breastfeeding, these are must-have products. I've mentioned them so many times. If you're not, then you don't need them. It is the Lancino, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I say that every time as well, nipple cream and breast pads. I honestly don't know how I would have breastfed in the beginning without this, because it is so incredibly painful, and this does help a lot if you apply it after every feed, and then it helps with the next feed, if that makes sense. And then breast pads, obviously you need those, otherwise it's going to get a bit messy. Just a necessity really. And I like this brand because the breast pads, I've tried other branded breast pads and I like these best because I like the way they're packaged individually as well. Some of them aren't, and I like how sticky they are. They stick to your bra and they have stick on both sides, not both sides but like each side of the back. Yeah, so they stick very well and they are definitely a must-have if you're breastfeeding. Okay, so next thing I don't actually have with me because Saskia has gone out with her daddy, but the next thing is water wipes, and I do need to buy more so there isn't any in the house. I know. Water wipes, I just love them. They are good in the beginning because obviously newborn skin is a lot more sensitive and it hasn't got anything in it, it's just water. When they're older, they eat in food, they are so nice to clean their face because they are actually wet and they're not sticky, and yeah, they just get the job done. That's why I love them. Next thing is our monitor. I've done a review on this monitor and I absolutely love it. I love being able to see her, being able to see what she's up to. Like at this age, before she goes to sleep, if she doesn't fall asleep straight away, she has a little chat with her bunny rabbit and puppy she has in her cot, and then she goes to sleep, and I just think it's the cutest thing to see. And back when we used to have to put her to sleep, when Daddy would go in, I used to like to spy on them and see what he was up to and see their time together. It's just, I love it. And yeah, I'm not going to go too much in detail because I do have a full video on it, but you can play music through it, you can talk to them through it, and I love it. Next thing is coconut oil. So this is something that we used in our nighttime routine since bringing her home from the hospital. It's just something that is so good for her skin, and I think putting it as part of a routine, again, I've got a video up on our nighttime routine, but we used to do baby massage after her bath, and I just think even the scent of the coconut oil, everything in that routine helped with bedtime. And obviously this is so good for her skin. And yeah, I love it, although it does make me hungry, which is really weird. I used to make coconut rock buns with my granddad, so that is something I love to bake now. And obviously this just smells of those, so it does make me really hungry. Anyway, yeah, coconut oil. I think this is either from Holland & Barrett or Amazon. More than likely Amazon because we get everything from Amazon. But this might be Holland & Barrett actually. Not sure, but yes, coconut oil I think is a must-have. Next thing is this travel changing mat. I've spoke about this before as well. It's from the brand Jojo Mama Bebe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I will leave a link to it. I got this so long ago. If it's still in their store, I will link it. I'll link all of these if I can find them. But this I love because it opens up into obviously a changing mat, and it, can't fold it back up, and it has a pouch here where I keep nappies, a zip here where I keep nappy sacks, or a zip there where I usually keep them as well. And then it just fastens with little Velcro that can just go straight into your changing bag. And I like this because if I'm not going out for a full day with her somewhere, if it's just popping into town or something like that, then I'll just pop this in whatever bag I'm using. Saskia has swimming lessons, so again I just pop this into the swimming bag because it's always all packed and good to go. Next thing is this light. It is a grow light, and this isn't actually something I had in the very beginning. Or was it? I don't know. I can't remember if I had it in the very beginning or if I ordered it a few days after she was born. But it was just so useful to have. So we had one in our bedroom and in the nursery. So in here, so I could see her, check she was okay, and to feed her. And then in the nursery in the early days to go and change her nappy. And obviously now she sleeps in there. She slept in there since she went in there quite young because she was too big for her Moses basket, and she wouldn't sleep in the crib, and she kept putting her legs through because she kept sleeping sideways. So she's been in her cot since quite a young age, so this was good to obviously go in there every hour and feed her. So basically this goes on the main light, and you switch your light switch on as normal once for the night light, off and back on for the main light. And I just think it's good how you can have both of the options. So you can have the night light on, or you can put the big light on. And also when you put this up, you can change the dimness of it, so you can make it brighter or dimmer with what is on here. I believe it does come in the bayonet and the screw in. This is a bayonet one. This is the one out of our room because we don't need it anymore, and Saskia's is still up in her room. But I absolutely love this, and I wasn't sure about it to begin with because I'd actually never heard of it before. It's the same company that do grow bags, which again I love, and for some reason I don't have it in my 12 products, but I probably should because that is something I still stand by. I love the grow bags, sleeping bags, because Saskia does not sleep with blankets on, and yeah, it just keeps her warm. But that's just a sneaky little extra for you. Next thing is our Ergo baby carrier, and not just this but our baby wrap that we had in the beginning as well. So any form of carrier or wrap. So when she was little, newborn, I would have her in the wrap because she was too little to go in there, because I don't have the newborn insert for it, infant insert, whatever it's called. And I just love being able to have her close. That was a way of getting things done. It was a way of getting her to sleep. It was a way of just being able to go out and walk in nice places where we couldn't take the buggy. I'll insert a few pictures of me baby wearing her in the wrap when she was so diddy. Yeah, and now this we still use now. Most of the time I have her on my back in this now, just because she's getting quite heavy. And no, most of the time she falls asleep, so sometimes it's easier to have her on my back, sometimes it's not. Sometimes she has her head dangling backwards, so we are looking into getting a proper hiking carrier. So actually, if you do have any recommendations for any of those, then that would be great, because we're a bit undecided at the minute. Yeah, I just love it. Carriers, baby wearing, I personally love. I understand it's something that is a bit controversial, which I personally don't understand. I absolutely love it, and she loved it as well, so I don't understand why I wouldn't. Next thing is this Munchkin 360 cup, and literally everyone that asks me about this or comments on it, I just say it is magic. I absolutely love it. So basically, if you haven't got one, if you've got kids, just get one. Don't even question it, just get it. If you're not familiar, it is just this plain, normal cup. It looks like you have to take the lid off to drink, but actually when they put their mouth over this, so it basically teaches them how to drink out of a cup, out of a glass, without spilling it. So the water will only be released if they put pressure on this bit here, so it doesn't leak at all, doesn't spill, which I absolutely love. And yeah, whenever anyone asks, I'm like, just get it. This is something I literally love. It took me a while to get one of these, and when I did, never ever going back to any other form of sippy cup. This is amazing. She has another one, a pink one with birds on, which she loves as well. She always just likes to sit and look at the birds on it. But yeah, Saskia she drinks about 3, maybe 4 of these a day. She loves drinking her water. So this is definitely a must-have for me. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Okay, next thing is a mummy clip. So this is if you have a pram or a buggy that doesn't have separate handles. So basically you clip this over the big handle and then you can hang your shopping on, which as I use it every time we go out. So this is something that I would highly recommend. Someone actually got me this for my baby shower, but it was something I was going to get anyway, so I was so happy when someone got me it. Yeah, I love it. I've used it so much that this bit's come a little loose, but it is still very sturdy. Nothing has ever fallen off it. It has never come off. Yeah, I love it. It just is so much easier to get shopping done with one of these, with a buggy that doesn't have 2 separate handles and just one big one instead. So like when we go to Tesco, we get the scan as you shop thing. I clip my bag on here and then off we go. If I didn't have that, I don't know how I would do it, because my husband takes the car to work, so I walk to the shop and get it all done. So this is definitely another must-have for me. Obviously they're all must-haves for me, otherwise I wouldn't be showing you it, but you know what I mean. Next thing is this car mirror, and I love it. When Saskia, I can't remember how old she was, but she was quite young, I did a drive up to Newcastle, just me and her. I was really nervous about it. I checked with the health visitor several times to see that it was going to be okay travelling that far with a baby, and obviously it was, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. It was just as long as I stopped off every 2 hours or so, took her out of the car seat to stretch her back, to feed her, and she was absolutely fine. I left early in the morning, so she was sleeping anyway the time she should have been sleeping. So this was so good to be able to see what she was up to. This is off Amazon. My husband just bought it. I said I really want a car mirror, and he ordered this one. He got it a few days after Saskia was born, because obviously in the beginning I sat in the back with her, but when I was driving the car and Daddy wasn't there, or we were both in the front, I loved being able to see her. If I didn't have this mirror, then I definitely wouldn't have done long drives. I wouldn't have sat in the front with Daniel. I would have been in the back with her. So I absolutely love this, and she sits and looks at herself in it now, so she likes it now too, and we still use it. I still love being able to spy on her. She's funny. Next thing that I wish I'd got earlier than I did, or I wish I'd got instead of some other things, is this Mamas and Papa's Snug Seat. So this is what Saskia has all of her meals in. She has her snacks in, and I wish I'd got this in the beginning instead of a big high chair, because it's just so much easier. We can take this away with us, we can take it to her grandparents' house, and it's just so much easier, and it means she can sit on the table while we're eating, and we can eat as a family as well. So again, I love this. It was between this and the Bumbo, and I love this one because this one comes with a little suction play thing that goes on the tray, which she loved in the beginning as well. Hasn't played with it for a little while because she just prefers to eat her food now, but yeah, I love it. And we got the blue basically just so it's more gender neutral. There was a pink one, but I mean, I could have used it for a boy, but I just feel like blue can go with boy or girl more. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last thing is storybooks, specifically Julia Donaldson. I love Julia Donaldson's style of writing. The way it rhymes, it's just so easy and fun to read, and there is so much choice of Julia Donaldson books. We have not got even half of them, I don't think, and we have a lot of Julia Donaldson books. This one I love because it's obviously hard, so Saskia can't rip, and it has little touchy feelies. I will say another book I have, which I should have brought them up. I love the That's Not My Dinosaur, That's Not My Monkey, those kind of things. I'd say Saskia loves those because she can sit and look at them herself as well, and she loves the touchy-feelies. So I'd definitely say they're probably another must-have in with my books. So that is, yeah, definitely. I forgot about those. Why did I forget about those? Because we literally look at those every day. We take them out with us because she can't rip them or chew them, eat them. Yeah. Yeah, we love them. So I think that is it. This video is a little later than I planned, but I don't even really have an excuse. It's just I haven't filmed it. Okay, so that is it. I hope you found those useful. I will link them below if I can find them. Majority of them are from Amazon, I think, apart from like the Mamas and Papas and the changing mat. So yeah, I will just link them. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!